Hey everyone, and welcome back to What's the Plan, the podcast where we dive into the matters of our careers in the architecture and urban planning field. I'm Haley.
And I'm Andrea. So Haley, what's the plan this week?
This week's plan is all about our understanding of the housing structures.
Yeah, so this is another In the Hotspot episode where one of us will be put into the hotspot by answering questions on a specific topic that we want to explore.
These topics include concepts that one of us are unfamiliar with, giving us a chance to learn alongside the listeners, and as the host in the hotspot teaches us all about it.
Mm-hmm. And as mentioned in the previous 2 episodes, this episode of In the Hotspot is the final of a 3-part series all about housing structures.
So I started off on episode 25 with the planning perspective of housing structures by residential building type.
Mm-hmm. And then I followed it up on episode 26 with the architectural perspective of housing structures by architectural styles.
So if you didn't get a chance to catch those 2 episodes yet, we highly recommend you listen to them to learn all about housing and maybe even take a few notes, because you will need them for the final and fun part, which is this episode.
Yes. So the much elusive fun part that we have been teasing is a quiz.
Oh, fun. We all love quizzes.
Yeah, so how this works is that Haley and I have each drafted up 10 questions, all about the housing types that we have discussed to see how much we've retained. And so if you're listening along, maybe grab a pencil, grab some paper, and feel free to play along with us.
And to ease ourselves into the quiz, we will be starting off relatively easy with general background questions on each housing perspective. Then we'll go into specific type questions and conclude with scenario or more short answer questions.
Yeah, so are you ready, Haley?
No, I'm not, but here we go.
Okay, round 1, housing types background. Shall you go first?
Okay, so this first question is testing your memory. So, what are the 7 defined types of residential buildings in the city of Toronto?
Okay, so semi-detached?
Yes.
Detached?
Yes.
Townhouse?
Yes.
Apartments?
Yes.
Multiplexes? Are they in one group or can be divided into
What
4?
is... You know, I kind of messed up by answering yes after each. So after this, I'm just going to stop and wait until you conclude your list. But you make up your mind. And I'll tell you what the answer is once you finish listing the other types.
So how many have I listed so far?
You've listed 4 types so far.
4. Oh, okay. So maybe the multiplexes are... No, okay. I think the multiplexes are considered separate as each of their own type. So you have duplexes, triplexes, quadplexes, and I think that's all. Okay,
so you got 6 of them right.
Oh, okay.
In terms of their name. Technically, you did get all 7 right, except quadplex is called a fourplex. Quadplex is just a little too fancy. It's just a fourplex. I'll give that to you because you did get it right.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, and good call on breaking it up.
Yeah, because I was just like, if like the 5 is an apartment, so it doesn't count, and 1 is already single detached. So it's like, I was just like trying to figure out what the final 3 were.
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay, your turn.
Oh boy.
True or false?
Okay.
You have 50% chance of getting it right. An architectural style is a set of characteristics and features that make a building or other structure notable or historically identifiable.
I'm going to say true.
Correct.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if that was going to be one of those trick questions where, like, one component is different.
Yeah.
But that's good.
There may be some coming up.
Oh, no. Okay, but, you know, that's a good heads up.
Yeah.
Okay, so my next question.
Okay.
True or false?
Okay.
Specific types of residential buildings can have various names.
Can you define what various names mean?
So, like, one type of residential building, some people may call it one thing, but other people may call it a different thing.
I feel like this is also a trick question.
Maybe.
By that definition of different names, I believe true. because some people can call it a condo, and a condo is a residential building, or is a building, but not necessarily a type, or...
So your answer is right.
Okay.
Your explanation is wrong. So it is true.
Okay.
But it is dependent on what municipality you're in. Which is something that I very clearly indicated in the episode.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I see. Well, I still got the answer.
You did. Maybe we'll just cut out your...
No. The reasoning is a bit fuzzy. Yeah. But I just know it's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Question number 2 for you.
Okay.
What are elements of style? So this is a multiple choice.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Because I would not have been able to list it.
So you have to listen carefully to figure out which one's the correct one.
Okay.
So your options are A, style is shape, age...
I'm sorry, could you just repeat the question?
Okay, so the question is, what are elements of style?
Elements of style.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So A, shape, age, building materials, and location.
Okay.
B, method of construction, building materials, regional character, form.
Okay.
C, building materials, form, age, regional character. And then last one, D, regional character, shape, method of construction, and building materials.
Okay, so I'm going to say it's not A.
Okay.
Because I don't believe location has anything to do with it.
Okay.
But B, C, and D sound the same. Could you repeat those?
Okay, B, method of construction.
Method.
Building materials.
Material.
Regional character.
Character.
Form.
Form, okay.
C, building materials, form, age, regional character. And then D, regional character, shape, method of construction, building materials.
Okay, I'm going to cut out age.
Okay.
Because C, because it has age, and I don't believe age is part of it.
Okay.
Because that's when the type of style became most prominent, but it doesn't mean, in my head, I don't believe it means that just because that time period is over, that style can't come back. So that's why I'm eliminating C.
Okay.
But now I'm still stuck on B or D. Okay, one more time.
One more time. B, method of construction.
Method of construction.
Building materials.
Building material.
Regional character.
Regional character.
Form.
Form.
D, regional character.
Regional character.
Shape.
Shape.
Method of construction.
Method of construction.
And building materials.
Building material. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is a memory test.
What? Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna choose.
What you gonna choose?
I'm gonna say D.
Very close.
Oh,
but it's B.
I had a 50-50 chance at that point.
Yeah, so shape is not an element of style.
Oh.
I threw that one in because it seems similar to form.
Oh.
And form is, like, I guess, less commonly used by, like, regular day people. Whereas, like, if you're in architecture, form is a very quick, obvious answer. Yeah.
That was tricky. See, like, I couldn't distinguish the differences between what you were saying. Man. Yeah. That's what I get for not being an architect.
That's okay. You're learning.
That's true. Okay, so this is my final question for this round. So, what is classified as a dwelling unit? Okay. Let me simplify the question for you.
Okay.
So, we've discussed what a dwelling unit is on episode 25, and we broke it down into including 3 main components. So, what are those 3 main components?
Okay. 3 main components are sanitary, so like a washroom, a place to prepare food, so a kitchen, and a place to sleep, I think. Or
yeah, you got it!
Nice!
Wow, okay, I thought this would stump you.
Really?
Wow, yeah.
No, the previous one stumped me even more.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, you got it.
Nice. Okay, round 2.
Okay.
Specific styles.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Which of the following is not a sub-style of colonial architecture? This is a multiple choice.
Okay.
A. English.
Okay.
B. Georgian.
Okay.
C. Edwardian.
Okay.
D. Dutch.
D. Dutch.
Incorrect.
What? Okay, wait, can I have a second guess?
I think I spoiled it.
I didn't hear it. But
Okay. Yeah, second guess.
I'm gonna say English.
No.
What? Okay. Let's go back.
The correct answer is C. Edwardian.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for some reason, it is not, and I threw it in because it's pretty similar to Georgian.
Oh.
But actually, Edwardian is, like, right before Victorian, so it's like...
Okay.
I think people more so group that together versus colonial. Mm-hmm.
Man. That's hard.
Yeah, styles are hard.
Yeah! Man, architecture, there's just so many elements to it.
Yeah, there are.
Okay. So my question is, what is the main difference between a townhouse and an apartment building?
Okay, so
Oh, sorry. Okay. So my question is a multiple choice question.
Okay. I'm just like, this is a short answer already, but okay, I'm game.
So, again, what is the main difference between a townhouse and an apartment building?
Okay.
Is it A, the size of units within each type are different? Or B, the placement of units within each type are different?
B, the placements.
That is correct.
Nice.
Would you like to elaborate?
Yes, an apartment building can only be called apartment building in Toronto if there are 5 or more units stacked on top of each other. Is that the answer?
How does that differ from a townhouse?
A townhouse, rather than stacked on top, are next to each other, so side by side.
That is correct.
Nice.
Wow, okay.
Okay, now another style question.
Okay.
This is also multiple choice.
Okay.
Which of the following are key features of the craftsman style?
Okay.
A, it is handmade, low-pitched gable roofs, and exposed beams.
Okay.
B, it is handmade with a high-pitched gable roof and exposed beams.
Okay.
C, it is handmade with a high-pitched gable roof and detailed interiors.
Okay.
And D, handmade with a low-pitched gable roofs and detailed interiors.
I am going to say A.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. Okay. That was good. That was easy. Okay, so my next question is going to be a short answer because you're giving me hard questions. I have to give you hard questions back.
You're just jumping. Okay.
Okay, so why are fourplexes not considered an apartment building within the city of Toronto?
Well, based on my previous answer, in the city of Toronto, apartment building requires to have 5 or more units. So a fourplex only has 4 units, so it's 1 unit short.
See, I was really hoping you didn't remember that, because you are correct.
Yeah, no, but unfortunately for you, my memory is not that short.
And it's like, everything is very different, whereas for architectural styles, some things can overlap.
Yeah.
And there's 11 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, that was good.
Well, hopefully this style question is a lot easier because it is true or false.
Okay.
True or false? Mediterranean architecture can be found in Canada.
I'm going to say true. It can be found in Canada. Is it likely to be found? Probably not. But can it be found? I think so.
Correct.
Okay.
That was a trick question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was the trick like how I answered it?
Yeah, perfectly. Okay. Yeah, it's like although they're not popular in Canada, it's like some people do like that style and will want to build it, but it's like not very common.
Like as long as you can justify your design.
Yeah. If you're paying it.
Yeah, anything can happen. Okay. So my next question is a true or false question.
Okay.
Semi-detached and duplexes are both residential buildings that have 2 units. So, true or false, some duplexes can be considered a semi-detached building.
I want to say true.
Okay. Do you have a reasoning or is it just true?
I think the definition of duplex is like they could be side by side or stacked on top. So semi-detached is side by side. So I think duplex can be considered semi-detached? Is that the question again? Sorry.
Yes, okay. It is. The answer is false.
Oh, okay.
Because a semi-detached dwelling has individual entrances to the building, while duplexes can share the same entrance that leads to the individual unit.
I see. Okay.
I finally got you. Yes.
Now we have one wrong each, I think.
Yes. Okay. That was a good one, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Next question. Another style one. When was the Tudor style brought to the U.S.?
Is this multiple choice?
Yes, multiple choice.
Okay.
No, yeah, this is not short answers yet.
Okay.
A, early 1400s.
Okay.
B, late 1600s.
Mm-hmm.
C, late 1800s.
Okay.
D, early 1900s.
If you know me, you know my history is bad. Mm-hmm. Or my sense of history is bad. Uh-huh. So I'm just gonna take a shot at it and say late 1800s.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
See, I think that the 1400s, you said 1400s, right? Was too early.
Yeah.
And the 1900s is too late. So it was really a toss-up between the middle two.
Yeah. Nice.
So my next question is going to be a short answer as well.
Okay.
But I think you could get it.
Mm-hmm.
So the residential building types can be divided into two categories. Mm-hmm. How would you separate them? And how would you describe the two categories?
Okay. Two categories. If there's silence, it's because I'm thinking.
Should we put some cricket noises?
No, I should put some Jeopardy sounds.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Two categories.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something that we talked about? Or like a question that I had asked you about and then you separated them two categories? Or like...
You definitely know the answer to it, I think.
I think I'm overthinking this.
I think you are. Mm-hmm. So how would you group the 7 different residential building types if you had to split them into 2 separate categories?
Okay. See, my instinct wants to say, like...
Go with it.
Based on, like, single units and multi-units, but then I don't think that's right.
Go with your gut. Go trust
the other option was like when I asked you the question about like what type would suit people, and there's more so like in the city or more in the suburbs or like more rural, and I'm just
trust your instincts. Just go with whatever feels right.
Okay. But I don't my gut instinct tells me neither. Okay, let's just go with this. 2 categories. 1, everything, like, I don't know if this necessarily is a category, but one group of, like, one way you can group it is, like, based on whether or not you have shared or common spaces, or, like, outdoor spaces that are shared, and then the other one is, like, where you own everything within that property.
Okay, so how would you separate the 7 types?
So apartments, townhouses, and like those multiplexes, you can have common spaces that are shared. Whereas like a lot of semi-detached and detached, all the outdoor space is like privately owned or typically only owned by like certain users.
So as I was hearing your response, I realized that there are probably more than one answer than what I have down. So I was taking that into consideration, but your answer is still incorrect.
Okay.
Because there can be single detached and semi-detached houses within a condominium.
Oh, okay.
So that is incorrect.
Okay.
Would you like another shot, or would you like what I have down?
What do you have down?
Okay. So I have it separated into the first group and the second group first, and then I'll say the categories.
Okay.
So how about I say the I say what the groups are, and then you can see why, or you can take a stab at why I separated the way I did. Okay, so within the first group, there's detached, semi-detached, and townhouse. Within the second group, there's apartment, duplex, triplex, and fourplex. So why did I choose to separate it into those two categories?
Can you repeat the first group again?
Detached, semi-detached, and townhouse. It has nothing to do with location, by the way.
Could it be the way the dwelling units are arranged? Whereas a lot of the first group, there are no stacked units, or typically
you got it.
And then the second group, it's like could be stacked on top of each other.
Exactly.
Nice. Yes. So it was like, I guess that's why you kept telling me to go with my gun. Yes, because the multi-unit thing was correct.
Yes. Yeah. I see. Exactly, that was right. So as like an earlier question I asked, the difference between a townhouse and an apartment is apartments can be partially or wholly on top of each other, units in apartments, but units in townhouses cannot be on top of each other.
I see.
Yeah. You know, you just have to go with your instinct.
Yeah, sometimes when you overthink, it just doesn't work out.
I feel that.
Okay, last style question.
Ooh, okay.
It's a true or false.
Okay.
True or false? The key characteristics of the Victorian style are 3 to 4 stories with ornate bay windows, large towers, steep gable roofs with bright colored facades.
Okay. Yes, true.
That's incorrect.
No. Okay, wait, hold on. What were the things again?
3 to 4 stories.
3 to 4 stories.
Ornate bay windows.
Ornate bay windows.
Large towers.
Large towers.
Steep gable roofs.
Oh my gosh, that's a tongue twister. Steep gable roofs.
Yes, and bright colored facades.
Bright colored facades. Okay, I remember bright colored facades being one of the elements.
Which one do you think does not belong?
I feel like towers make sense for Victorian. Steep. Okay, can you refresh my memory on what
the 3 that you're left with are 3 to 4 stories, ornate bay windows, and steep gable roofs.
What is a steep gable roof? I forgot.
So a gable roof is like a triangular roof.
Oh.
So if it's like steeped, and it's like very acute.
So is that similar to like a high pitch roof?
Yes.
Okay. I would say that is the factor, or that's the element that's incorrect.
No, it's actually not 3 to 4 stories tall. It's actually 2 to 3 stories.
That was
and also
tricky.
It was with small towers, not large towers.
Oh. But there are towers.
There are towers. Okay. It's just the size of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was tricky. You got me. Okay.
Yeah, also there's so many elements of Victorian style that it's like, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so here's the first of the scenario questions, even though I have been giving you already short answer questions. It's just going to continue.
Okay.
Okay, so the question is, what is a condominium?
Okay.
And what elements make up a condominium?
Okay. So, a condominium or condos are a type of housing ownership where you can own a unit within a building. However, a lot of the amenity spaces are common shared with everybody in the building.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes. And a key word is that the shared amenity spaces also have shared ownership. Yes. Okay. But that is correct.
Nice. Okay. Now, for my final 3 questions.
Oh boy.
They're all short answers. Name 3 differences between mid-century modern and contemporary.
Okay. So mid-century modern is the cookie cutter house that is mass-produced.
Okay.
I think. Mid-century modern houses refer to a time period that has already passed, whereas contemporary is the time period we're currently in, but in the future we will no longer be in the contemporary period.
Yes.
So that's my second one.
Okay. What's your final one?
Oh my gosh. My third and final one is that. Oh, okay. My final is that contemporary style house structures take into consideration sustainable building material.
Yes.
Wait, did I get them all?
Yeah, so I had a few listed.
Okay.
One of them being modern refers to a time period that has already passed.
Yes, that was, yeah.
Okay. They are mass-produced.
Yes, okay.
And they use local recycled building materials for contemporary.
Okay.
And then also for contemporary is like there's a lot of eco-friendly materials and features.
Okay.
And those features are like green roofs and like water cisterns.
Nice, okay.
Yes.
Cool. I remember those were key things that I picked up during episode 26.
Yes, nice.
Okay, so my next two questions are truly scenario questions.
Okay.
So, the first question. I am about to enter the workforce for the first time, and I'm looking to find a place to live in the city by myself. What type of dwelling should I look for, and why?
So, you're new to a city. You have work. And it, what's the last part of this scenario?
I'm by myself.
By myself. Okay. Does your work also happen to be in the city?
That is up to your imagination.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to assume for the scenario's sake that it is.
Okay.
I think for someone that's trying to get into the market, just whether you're renting or buying, I think a good starting point is an apartment.
Okay.
Because you don't have a lot of money. And that means you can't purchase a lot of space. And ideally, you would like to live, I guess, somewhere near transit so you can get to work. And a lot of times around transit hubs, there's a lot of apartment buildings. So I think based on those, like, situations, I think the apartment would be best suited for this person.
That is correct.
Nice.
So I have down apartment building or multiplex. And the reasons I have is because less space. I'm by myself, so I don't need a ton of space. And I'm about to enter the workforce, so I can't afford a lot of space either, which you hit right on. So that was really good.
Yeah, I didn't want to include multiplexes because I find that they're more like for people that are in like couples or for in like family, because sometimes multiplexes are quite large. Yeah.
That is possible, but it's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, so in my mind, in my mind, I had written it off because I was like, multiplexes, a lot more space in the apartment.
For sure. I think that's what a lot of people think, but based on the definition of it, size isn't a consideration in the definition.
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah.
Okay. So, second last question.
Okay, let's hear it.
This is a short answer.
Okay.
Why is the Greek Revival one of the easiest styles to identify?
Oh, okay. So, I believe that the Greek Revival is one of the easiest styles to identify because of the columns that are used within the Greek Revival style structure and the doilies around. Let me think. What's that term called? It's called. Hold on. Let me think. It's not doilies. I called it doilies in episode 26. It is. It's the thing. It's the thing on the edge of the top of the building.
Okay, what's the top of the building?
The roof?
Yes. So what is along the roof of the building?
By the way, I was genuinely surprised. I genuinely didn't know if roof was the right answer.
Yeah.
Okay. What's along the roof?
I don't know. Would you like a hint?
Yes.
Starts with a C.
that doesn't help. Hold on. Oh, I'm thinking clusters. Cladding?
No. Do you want the answer?
Yeah.
Cornice.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's go back to your first thing. What about the columns that make it, identifiable that it's Greek?
They're tall and big and bright in color, typically white or like a clean gray.
Okay, so I'll let you off the hook on that one because you got the cornice part.
Okay.
But like the reason why the columns are so impressive is that they emulate those that are found in the Parthenon. So it looks like it's from a Greek temple.
Right.
Because they're so detailed.
Yes, okay.
Along the top.
See, that's what I was thinking, but like I had trouble articulating that.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. So did I get that?
Yeah, we'll just count that as yes.
Perfect.
Because you got the cornice part. I didn't I thought you were going to say the columns thing, and I thought you'd give more detail with it, but I did not So
you didn't expect me to say the second part?
Yeah, I did not expect the cornice line.
Okay. So my final question for you is another scenario question, as I mentioned. So in this scenario, my partner and I are looking for a new place to move into. We don't need a lot of space, but we both work from home and would prefer a place with little distractions. What type of dwelling should we look for, and why?
How much money does this couple have? Or is the sky the limit?
We want to live in the city, if that makes a difference.
Okay, well, I'll give you, I guess, 3 different answers based on how much money they have.
Okay.
So I think if you're a well-off couple, and you would like to live in the city, you can still purchase a single detached house. Okay. They're quite rare, though, especially in Toronto. Okay. They can go for, $3 million.
Okay.
If you're in, I guess, upper middle class or lower upper class, maybe a single detached.
Okay.
And then if you're more so middle class, I would say you would either purchase maybe a single detached, also a duplex, or one of the multiplexes.
Okay.
And
so does it help? Okay, let me reiterate this scenario.
Okay.
Because I think it might help you determine which one you want to...
Oh, you want me to narrow it down to one? Okay.
So, my partner and I are looking for a new place to move into in the city. We don't need a lot of space. But we both work from home and would prefer a place with little distractions. So, what type of dwellings should we look for, and why?
Okay, in that case, you don't need a lot of space, but you still would like kind of your own room to kind of work from home. I think a multiplex. Because typically there are 2 or more bedrooms, so one person can have an office and one person can be in the living room. And because you don't need that much space, you don't need a whole, semi-detached by yourself. And also a townhouse is typically 3 floors, and you probably wouldn't need 3 floors.
So you said a multiplex?
Yeah, multiplex.
So because a multiplex isn't a defined term in the city of Toronto, how would you narrow that down? Which plex would you choose?
Which plex? Well, if a single detached is too big for them, maybe a duplex would be too big.
Okay.
So either a triplex or a fourplex.
Okay.
What did you have?
So I had duplex down.
Oh, okay.
Because a duplex, again, size doesn't matter. It could be a very small building turned into a duplex. But my reasoning was, you got it right, the small unit is correct. But a duplex specifically, because there's less neighbors, which means less distractions.
I see.
But I'll give it to you.
Okay.
You got it. Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you didn't say apartment or townhouse, which, I mean, you said semi before, but
I narrowed it down.
Exactly. So
too many options.
Yeah.
Okay. Final question.
Okay.
This is a short answer.
Okay.
Or I guess not really a short answer. Or there's a multi-part question.
Oh boy. Okay.
So there's a part A and a part B. Okay. So the question is, what style emerged from the ranch style, and what is it?
What style emerged from the ranch style?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So thinking back to what I remember,
mm-hmm.
the elements within a ranch style.
Mm-hmm.
A ranch style is special because it is oh man, okay, how do I word this?
Yeah, maybe start with what you remember about ranch. Yeah, maybe you can just list the individual elements.
The biggest thing I remember about ranch style houses is that it's not very accessible, in the sense that there are multi-level rooms, because the living room and the kitchen and the dining room can be all on the same floor, but they're a few steps apart, which make it very hard for a wheelchair user to use, which is how I remember it.
Okay.
I think a ranch style house also has like it's kind of closed off, so that there's a gathering space for the family. I believe that is also part of the ranch style house.
Okay. So based on what you just said, what do you think came about from ranch style?
What came about? Is this a specific style that came?
Like there's a specific name. Yeah, there's a specific name
that
I'm looking for.
Does it have anything to do with what I just said?
Yes.
So it's one of the two things I just said. Or it came about from one of the two things I just said. Jeez. Okay, I'm confident I'm confident that the multi-level flooring is part of the ranch housing. I'm not that confident that the common space is in a ranch style structure. So I'm gonna stick with the multi-floor thing. But what is that specifically called? I'm gonna say multi-level flooring.
Close.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the actual style that emerged is called split level.
Oh.
And that's where the multi-floor, the multi-levels thing came about. But that's not necessarily in ranch style. It just came about from it. So typical ranch style homes don't have split levels.
Really?
Yeah, like typically they're more so like one floor. But then what evolved from that one floor, people are like, oh, it's such a massive space. Let's split it and give it its own individual character by just changing the elevation.
Oh, so I mixed it.
Yeah, so you mixed it up, which is why I didn't want to clarify.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, good try. So, should we do a final tally?
Jeez,
what's the score?
Okay,
I think I have your final count.
I think I have yours too.
Okay, so who wants to go first?
Okay.
Or how well did you think you did? How many did you think
I think I did very poorly. So I think...
How many out of 10?
Oh, am I guessing my score?
Yeah, guessing your score.
Yeah,
we'll continue this.
I'm going to say I got 7 out of 10.
No, you got 6 out of 10.
Oh, no, I did worse than I thought. Oh, no.
Yeah, I think I did okay.
Okay, what do you think your answer is?
I think mine would be a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Well, I'm a very generous grader.
Okay.
So I gave you 9 out of 10.
Wow.
Because even though some of your
my reasonings?
Your reasonings were off.
Okay.
The answer was correct, which is what I was like,
Yeah, we're grading it.
Yeah. So I gave it to you.
Wow.
So you got 9 out of 10.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So what about you, audience? Did you play along? What did you get?
Did you guys get higher scores than me? Or than us?
Who got perfect?
Who got perfect?
Yeah, let us know in the comments down below.
Let us know. Mm-hmm. Well, testing our understanding of housing structures was the plan for now. Mm-hmm. Listen to our next episode to continue figuring it out with us.
Thanks for following along to this episode. If you liked it, please give us a like, review, and subscribe for more. Until then, follow us on Instagram at What's the Plan Podcast for what the next plan is.